What's up, everybody? It's Blair's breakdown from Paula. Outdoors? What? Don't get too excited. We're just doing this first one. Maybe it'll lead to 2 or 3 or 4, but as of right now, we're just doing the first one. The Supercross season was awesome, so I decided to fly down here and start the outdoor season. Wanted to watch everybody kick off their championship, and I decided to have some fun and do this thing. So we'll head into the pits, try to catch some of the riders before they bounce, and then we're going to go out on that track and check it out so I can bring the track to life for y'all. So Blair's breakdown from Paula. Here we go. All right, I'm with Chase Sexton. Chase, congratulations. You did not flip today.
No flipping.
Not one single flip. Did you?
Not one crash all day.
Did you perfect sweep the qualifiers too?
Yeah, for fastest first, fastest second, and 2 wins.
What do you
want to do that since Supercross. I never got it done in Supercross, but
hey, so
better late than never.
Let me ask you a real question here, though. Did you ride at 100% today?
I rode hard enough to win.
So let's say 90, 95, just stable.
Good. I rode hard enough to be consistent the entire race, which is good. Kenny and I were going pretty fast.
So at 100%, you run the risk of the flip, right?
Yes.
The infamous flip. You do know that at 95%, you can go 1-1 and maybe turn an individual win into a championship if we just stay right there all year. Can we do that?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like I wasn't riding as hard as I could, but I was riding as hard as I could to be consistent, like I said. So if I can continue to get – that last start was awesome. My first start was not good. So if I can get this last start consistently, we're going to be in a good spot.
So typically in the 450 class, it's year 3 when everything comes together. You do know today is the official start of year 3.
Yes. So first time having the red plate, 450 class. And
ever, huh?
Been a long time coming, so hopefully we can keep it for more than one round.
How about the bike, dude? The track was super choppy. You would think it would be a little skatey. I thought your bike looked pretty plush, pretty balanced. Was that the case?
It's that GP shock.
Oh, yeah, they talked about it on the broadcast. It's called something weird. What does that mean?
I have no idea. All I know
but it's good.
So.
And no flips.
No flips. So didn't tip over today. So you know what? We're in a good spot. I had a few close calls. I don't know if anyone saw the replay of me passing Kenny in the first moto. That was not planned. I went way too far on that jump. So minus that, it was solid.
Solid, no flips, red plate, points leader, Chase Sexton.
Thank you.
All right, well, Supercross season may be over, but this guy can't shake me. I'm back. Can I feel the clutch lever? Ooh, feels good. How'd it feel today working for the Dungey?
Man, it feel like I was. We never left off.
Was it like no problem? Like, hey, come on back in, no issues. Just
no problem. We worked together for over 6 years, so kind of knew pretty much all the good habits, bad habits, everything. So it was kind of like nothing. Just go back in it.
So my thought coming in was if we can get out of here with some top 5s in these West Coast ones, we'll be looking good the further we get into this thing. Today, is this right where you saw him? Is this maybe a little bit better? Did you think maybe there was more? Like, where does this finish today sit with you?
For me, that was our goal, top 5. Okay. And being there, and I believe since 16, this is the last time he rode outdoors. He wanted to know where he was. Like even he's doing it kind of for fun and all that stuff, but he's still a racer. You know how it is. Racers
he's way too driven to just do it for fun. I feel like he's still he wants something.
Yeah, but he's just having fun. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Before he was like, he had fun, but he was like too serious about it a little bit. He has fun. He just comes to the shop. We just joke around and testing the same thing, joke around. So you can see he's having fun.
I remember in years past, he liked to tinker with the motorcycle quite a bit. How's he been today? Was he good, or was he messing with this thing?
No, he was good. He won practice, only one lap. He came in, we tried something because he wanted to try it a little bit, and then he went back and we didn't touch it after that. I mean, for the motos, we just normal maintenance.
So what do you think was going through his mind lap 1 of that first race? I mean, it's been a long time since he's had an actual gate drop with bad dudes. I mean, what do you think was going through his mind, say, those first 5 minutes? Just the pace of it all, just the way it looked to him. I have to imagine that was a little odd at first and then probably settled in 10 minutes in?
No, for sure. the first race, even after the first moto, he came in and said, man, it was rough. It's a lot of bumps up there, because I think he kind of, not forget, but it was different. And, but man, his second moto, he was solid.
It's good to talk to you. Good to see you.
Thank you, buddy.
Right back with the old Dungey, number 5 machine, up there in the top 5 like you wanted. Thanks.
Well, we did.
Grandpa rode good today, dude. Bro, for real. Like, okay, here's what my thought was coming in. Big emotional dump after the Supercross title. You're already signed for next year. Like, it's all good. But to come out here, you rode to me like you had something to prove. Like, you wanted to say, like, look, I'm for real. I'm a 450 guy now, and I'm not only a 450 guy, I'm a legit one. And, dude, you looked awesome all day.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were saying, like, the Supercross hangover, and I get it. Like, a lot of emotions coming off of that. And but my like, commitment is high. Like, my confidence is high, everything about it. So why not keep that momentum going? So that was fun. Like, the people I battled with, like, I was like, holy crap, I'm battling with Dungey. Holy crap, I'm battling with Caroli. And then Tomac was right behind me. I'm like, I'm holding Tomac off. And so, like, I switched from that mentality to, like, all right, let's go. I belong here. And
how long did it take for you to go from, oh my gosh, to, wait a minute, I'm going to beat you guys, like, straight up?
Probably when I passed Dungey the first moto, I was like, all right, it's legit. And, man, 3-3 for my first career overall podium. I'll take it, man.
Heck yeah, you'll take it. First moto, I didn't see it, but you were up near the front, and then you were gone. And then I'm thinking, okay, he'll just catch up. But then you really, really caught up. What were you kind of thinking, I guess, when you went down? And where did it happen? I don't even know where it happened.
Right before the mechanics, I just tipped over. Something in a mud spot, and went back to, like, 7th. And I kind of lost my flow there for a little bit. I was like, damn it, like, there goes my that first moto. But for some reason, like, everyone was making mistakes, and I just caught back up. So, yeah, I mean, all in all, like, my bike was awesome, team was awesome, and it's just like, it's about carrying that momentum the whole time. Like, keep going, keep doing what I'm doing. Like, nothing changes. So I'm having fun.
Did you feel ombre coming, Moto 1? Oh, dude was nutty that whole moto.
Yeah, first moto was nuts. 2 laps to go, I saw him, and then all of a sudden he was on my back wheel, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to hold him off, and if he goes for the kill, like, whatever, here we go. But I think he gave up at the end with 2 corners to go. So, and then
he jumped down that downhill and went to the inside, tried to get you, and once he didn't, I don't think he had another spot. So he was like that. Well, that's it.
And then second moto, I saw him fall in the second corner. Like, I respect the guy, but I was like, whew, all right, like, maybe I can
do it again, bro. Come from way back again. I dare you.
Yeah. So all in all, like, good battles, a lot of fun. Track was good, rough. And we'll keep it going for next weekend.
250 Supercross champion and then a 450 podium guy at round 1 of the outdoors, bro. Congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Good job, Grandpa. All right, Benny Bloss was back in action today. Let's hear what he thought about his day. Benny, how'd it go for you today?
Good day, I guess. Not great, horrible. I don't know. It was okay.
I don't know if that was a good joke or not, but he makes me look even more of a small person than I already am. But overall, how was the day, bro?
It was okay. I crashed both motos multiple times, so not ideal.
So not a good day.
I mean, it could have been worse, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what place I got.
I don't know what place you got either. I saw you. I thought you looked good. I just didn't know where you ended up.
Well, thank you. I had some good laps. Also had some bad laps, but things could be worse. I could be, 5'2" like you, I guess.
All right, so we made our way through the pits, and timing was weird because press conferences are going on, but we got some guys. We'll try to get some on the back end of this video, but wanted to show you the track and start off by explaining to you why I stopped racing outdoors when I was like 19 years old. Because of this. Pick a line. This is terrible. And these guys were going so fast today. Look at this edge, actually. Come over here. Because I saw guys late in the race kind of hooking the corner and coming back on this side just to avoid the ruts. I know it ruins the angle, but at the same time, that straightaway was so gnarly. And then these braking bumps coming in. It's weird because this one's way early before the corner. I'm sure guys are trying to hop up over it, but oh man, come this way. So of course, if you're riding outdoor, you want to carry momentum, a lot of out to in going on, but look at this setup out here to get to that inside line. I like how it's built up there too, but there's really no good line in outdoor. I think that's the key to racing this stuff, is to just find the one you're most comfortable with you got to have the ability to adapt mid-race, and actually talk to Chase Sexton a little bit. You heard him say, kind of saw what Kenny was doing a little bit and was able to make some adjustments. I think that's the key to making the adjustments in outdoor, is watching what the competition's doing, seeing if it works, if you lose time or gain time. But this is absolutely ridiculous. Here's kind of the back view again. And this is just one straightaway. I mean, what was it, 2-minute, 10-second lap time of this everywhere, and pretty awesome. All right, let's come around this corner. It's crazy because early on there's a lot of line choices, right? But eventually everyone kind of settles into the fast one. And you can see right here they take this very tight inside line and it hooks back. There's a tight hook right here. And this is right before you get back onto the start first corner, but come back over here and check out what they're doing. This rut had a good flow early, but you can see on the left how they just kind of abandoned it. They started moving right. The middle one, there's a giant rock. So I think eventually once they cut under, they were able to get over to this right side and set up the first corner, but man. All right, so one of the things I had my eye on today, especially when I got here, in fact, I'll take you back in time to when I got here this morning. As I walked in, it was qualifying, and the 450A group was out there. And the first thing I wanted to do is see Eli Tomac. You all know that he had the knee injury at the end of Supercross. He was able to close down that title in not optimum situation for him. But I wanted to see, like, how's he going to ride this outdoor series? How is he going to start with this injury? He said he was 90%. What would that look like? I felt today he was a little stiff with his posture. I think he was being protective more than anything, and I really focused on his left knee and the way he rode a lot of these deep corners. So you can see this one right here. It starts way back there, rolls all the way through deep, long, all the way. Look at this. It actually goes all the way up the jump. So if you're him and you have a left knee injury and you're trying to protect it more than anything just to not go backwards, you're going to ride with your feet on the pegs a lot more. You're going to be a lot more sensitive coming into the rut. You're going to be a lot more sensitive and careful going up. So for him to ride the way he did today, early in the first moto, be pretty aggressive, pretty solid in the second moto, I'm going to take that to the bank all day long. Got to remember back in the Supercross Championship, he started with the 7th. It wasn't that impressive. Everyone thought, oh, maybe he's not going to be special this year. And then it all clicked. So if you're Eli Tomac, I get it. This track was so gnarly today. Some of these left-handed corners. And again, I think he was just being protective. And I think he's going to be okay for this championship. He just needs to let that thing kind of heal, because the last thing you want is to dab a foot, drag a leg, anything like that, and set you back. So I think today is going to end up being an okay when we look back on this thing. So Hangtown, he's phenomenal there. He won as a rookie, his first race ever as a pro. He won. There was that crazy 450 race where he beat everybody like a minute. So I think he's going to be good there. He'll be good in Colorado. And by Mount Morris, if that knee is sitting closer to 100%, I think they're going to be in big, big trouble. But this is gnarly, and I get why he rode the way he did. All right, so this is the corner before the corner we just showed you. This one's even gnarlier again for Eli Tomac. You've got this inside rut that has like this kind of a lift right here. So think about the patience he has to have with that foot. And you know he's thinking about it the entire time, just making sure he doesn't dab. But there's so many of these around the entire track, it just makes sense. I do want to talk about Jason Anderson. If you look at the results sheet today, you're going to think he had a bad day. And I got to tell you, from being here and watching it, especially in the back half, which is where I was standing, Anderson was insane today. He was so fast the first moto. To come from outside the top 20 in both motos is absolutely crazy. But you saw him go on the run late in the Supercross Championship and just start clicking off the wins. Everyone's talking about how fast he's been riding. I expected to see that speed. Unfortunately for him, though, just a lot of things outside of his control. It makes me think back to Anaheim 1. If you guys remember, he was so good at Anaheim 1, but he was on the ground. He got taken out. He was like outside of the top 10, and you're thinking, what a wasted night. So I think this is going to feel like that to him, like a big day, a big waste, a terrible day, but the riding was insane. I think he's going to be great next weekend at Hangtown, and I'll just throw it out right now. He wins Colorado. I don't know why, I just felt that 5 seconds ago, but I'm going to say it. He was so good at the end of Supercross, it obviously carried, but God, the guy had some issues today that held him off the podium, but he may have been the most impressive guy visually to watch today. It's not on the scorecard. Last guy I want to talk about before we pivot to 250 is Antonio Cairoli. I've never seen him race or ride in person. I've obviously seen him on video. I think you all have too. My good buddy Jason Thomas, who, by the way, was the pit reporter today, already got text messages saying he crushed it. Knew he would. He told me Cairoli is one of the most fun riders to watch ride. Just the way he works the bike, the way he works the track. And today was cool to see that. I still think I would have liked to seen him obviously at 100% when he was chasing titles, because today he looked a little bit careful. He didn't want to take any unnecessary chances. But it was still cool to see somebody that's so legendary that I've never got to see in person and do a lot of those things. And I hope he does more than just the 2 I think he's scheduled to do. It would be great to see him do the entire series. I think he would warm up and get better, but at the same time, just to see it in person, I'm just, for me, it's a little bit of a bucket list. I never got to, and if he only races one more time this year and it's done, then I'm glad I got to be here and see it, because he is a rad rider, and I think he had a lot of fun today. Let's keep walking, and we'll talk 250. All right, well, this is a big, giant nope for me. This is one of those big, giant step-over things they have here. I'm not sure what you would call this one. But on the downside, I noticed this on all the jumps today. On the downside, there's these giant braking bumps. And it's crazy because it's well before the corner, which is a little surprising that the guys would be braking this early. But look how big they are. And come down here. So you're coming down with a lot of speed. You come into these, a lot of bike chatter. Pretty dang good. I got to give some credit to the Honda team, too, for Jet and Hunter Lawrence going 1-2. I was watching their bike a lot today, just being a new model. I like to do that when you have a new bike. And for them, it was new in Supercross. They figured it out, obviously. But I want to see how it worked on outdoor, because last year, Jet wins the title on that old model. You have a new bike. Is it going to work the same? Is it going to be better? Is it going to be worse? And I thought it was great, especially in sections like this. It's a combination of the bike and Jet, the way he rides. He's really mastered the art of knowing how to use his weight on the bike. He's very center posture, but at the same time, on stuff like this, he lightens up and lets the bike do work, and then puts a lot of weight and pressure down leaving corners. So I think it's a combination of his skill and the motorcycle that they figured out. And if I'm talking 250, I might as well give the credit to the 450 guys too. The Honda 450 has like a rumor of being kind of a twitchy, I wouldn't call it a rumor, more of a history of being a twitchy bike, but I thought Ken Roxon and Chase Sexton's bike were perfect today. Maybe again with their posture, the way they ride the bike, there's not a lot of weight in the front or rear. It's very center. But I felt like the bike was cornering sharp when it needed to, but also had stability in some of the high speed sections. That's hard to find that combo. You usually have to give up one or the other, and the bikes were perfect. I mean, they went 1-2 in the 450 class, 1-2 in the 250 class on their 50th anniversary. So maybe they should keep the gold rims on. I don't know, but their bikes were awesome, especially again in sections like this where the track just beats you up nonstop. And I noticed that in practice today when I got here, the track was in really good condition. And normally when the track's in good condition in qualifying, it's going to end up being kind of dry and choppy in the races, and that's what it was today. It was very choppy. I feel like my kidneys hurt just from watching. But track's gnarly. I'm getting nauseous being out here. Let's head back to the pits and see if we can catch some 250 guys. All right, so check it out. Star Yamaha. All their riders are gone because we were late. I want you to zoom in on that door, though, because I'm going to make a really cool point right here. Look at that door. It's a lot of #1 plates that they've been stacking. And the point I want to make is they are in a really unique transition right now. They are going to have to reload, obviously. They're losing Colt Nichols, Justin Cooper, Christian Craig to their 250 program, obviously, is what I'm talking about. They now have to reload talent, but there's other superstars on other teams right now that are ready to win, and they got a bunch of young guys that aren't. So what I was watching for today is seeing how their young riders would kind of grow into the role of having to be the guy now, the new guy on the team, someone that can put a #1 on that door. Levi Kitchen was awesome in the first moto. By the way, he is Aaron Plessinger 2.0. The way he rides, it's almost identical. If you change their numbers, cut his hair, I would have been like, that's AP on a 250. Nick Romano, the second moto, was awesome. Again, Thrasher, you saw him at Salt Lake City get the big win at the Showdown. They have talent, they have youth, but they're in this weird spot where they don't have these lead championship dogs. They got these young kids that are kind of growing into that role. You got Danger Boy Deegan coming behind that, LeBlanc. It's just a young roster that they're reloading right now. So I saw good things out of their team today in moments. It didn't all come together for them because, again, they're young and they're learning, but this team is going to go through a weird little 1-year transition where they are kind of getting ready for their next big run, and I think it will come. There'll be more #1s on the plate, but they may have to take a year off of winning championships because the roster is built for the future, and I don't know if it's built for now. But I do like what I saw today, but these kids got to grow up and become the stars that put ones on the board. All right.
What's up?
Let's talk highs and lows. Highs for me, your first moto was absolutely psychotic, dude. Yeah. Unreal ride, but I have to imagine, was there anger mixed with that just from being where you were, what you had to do to get there?
You know, the first moto, it's like, yeah, it's I could deal with it whenever it's like on me. Like I just had got a bad start, you know. Second moto, I came into that
was my low. I'm like, I see you in the top 5 and I'm like, oh, here we go. And then
I came into the second corner and I was on the inside side. I came out like third and then I got hit from behind and I just fell over and I'm like, God, you got to be kidding me. But you know what? It is what it is. You're going to have days like this. I put myself in the best position I could. I made the best out of everything I could today. And the second moto, like towards the end, I used a lot of energy. So like, I wish I could have got, McElrath and Caroli, but all in all, I feel like I'm riding good and I'm just ready to progress.
So I'm thinking back to Anaheim. It was the same scenario where what I saw on paper with your results did not match what you actually rode like. Does it feel kind of like that too, where you're like, dang it, I know how good I rode, but then there's these little things, now I have to start from behind, I have to kind of dig myself out of this a little bit. It felt the same to me where the riding did not match the paper at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the truth. But for me, I'm cool with it. I'm riding good, I'm enjoying it, and I'm ready to kick off the summer and get better and hopefully get that progression and everything I had in Supercross. It's cool, and I'm just trying to keep myself refreshed and enjoying it, and not take it too serious, especially on days when it goes like this. It's easy to get down on yourself, but for me, I'm just like, yeah, screw it.
Last question, I'll let you go. Appreciate you sticking around too. That's awesome. I know the fans, you've been signing a bunch. So that's awesome. What was it like? Because for me, watching Cairoli in person was really cool for me. Like, I'd never seen him. What was it like for you in the first moto? You're coming through, you're just picking him off, and then you get to him. Is it like, ooh, it's Cairoli? Like, was there a moment where you were like, this is really cool because it is him. He's a legend.
Yeah, I think the first time I raced Cairoli was Glen Helen MXGP 2015. So I've raced him and we battled actually pretty hard that one. But it's really cool because like I when I go do like say like an MXGP race, I did Glen Helen or I've done Donations, the guys you race against here. You know their style, where they're good, kind of how to pass them. But when I get behind like Cairoli, I'm like, I have no idea what he's gonna do. It's kind of like a wild card guy you come up on, and it's just cool to like be behind him. He's such a legend. He's still out here. He's I would say late 30s, almost 40.
Yeah.
And he's just doing it for fun. No matter how he did, he's still able to get out. Dude, he beat me in the second moto. So yeah, I mean, he's a bad dude, and it's really cool to see him out here. And I think I think him and Dunchback is really cool. And it's a pain in the ass to have him battling me, but at the same time, as a fan aspect from me, I'm stoked.
Yeah. I'm gonna sneak one more question, and I know you've passed a lot of people in your life. How was the double pass today on AP and Eli in the first moto when you got them both in that little left thing? Or do you even remember? You got them both in the same corner.
Yeah, I did pass them both.
And it was the Eli one, dude. You went for it and got it. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, to be honest, I was like, man, I'm using a lot of energy to pass these guys, and I'm like, thank goodness I got 2 for 1. Honestly, I don't think Eli was on his game today. AP, you saw him last year. He wasn't on his game today. So, it's nice to get both of them in the same corner, but it's also nice whenever you're up front and you're able to pass those dudes when they're on it. So that's I'm looking forward to all of us, getting better throughout the season and having those battles up front.
It's going to be a good one. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Hunter Lawrence stuck around for the fans. A lot of riders just bounced, dog, but you're quite the gentleman.
We're in it for the long hike, boys. In it for the long hike.
Let's talk about what we got going on here. Give us a fashion update.
It's just a Nike jacket, bomber jacket, as the Americans say. It's a reversible one. Can run it like the gray if you want. I kind of like the black and white.
How about the watch here? What we got going on?
Sky Dweller, Black Dial Sky Dweller. I haven't worn this one in a while. It's normally in the safe, just kind of chilling. So I thought I'd bring it out.
Why you got to be all greedy late in that second moto and take second from Joe Show? Come on, man.
I wish I could.
Come on, man. You took a lot of time there.
I did. Almost a little too much time.
Hey, hold on. You were hole shotting everything in Supercross, and then your ding-dong brother couldn't even get out of the gate.
Yeah, I know.
What happened today? Is it dirt stars? Did we forget?
No, we didn't forget. I think just basically what I felt. I can't say it all, but I can tell you off camera. But there's something how we're prepping the gate and stuff a little better, I think, can help us get out of the gate.
Now everyone's gonna be digging around, find out what you're talking about.
Yeah, let them dig.
Let them, you guys dig. Are you happy with today?
I am. I'm happy. Best season start. Happy with it. I just got to go 1-1 next weekend, and Jet's got to go 2-2.
What do we got to do with this, bro, dude? Come on, man. Do I have to come to every race and interview you before so we can get these dubs?
No, we're good. We're good. I mean, I've been sick all week, so I'm happy with my result. Like, coming off of being, like, sick and stuff, I still don't feel great, so I'm happy. I'm happy with that. If that's, like, not 100%, I'm happy with that.
And then last thing on the bike, I was just kind of talking about it's a new model. It looked good indoors. You guys had to progress fast. It did. You did very well. Day one, outdoor, how was the bike? It looked good, obviously, but I'd rather hear it from you.
No, really good. I didn't change anything all day, so really happy. Team, we've got a great base. They actually came to test the other week in Florida, and the setup, the setting we had in Florida when they arrived is what we finished on, and then we made one.
No way.
Yeah, seriously.
Why does that happen?
Went around, the base was already so good.
And then I did talk to Jet. He said the engine, very good. Some big gains, obviously. He had a good start. I know you'll get them together, but the engine good?
Yeah, a lot better. We're definitely a lot closer, and we're in the conversation with, you know, the Yamahas and the other bikes, so it's good.
Looks good. Congratulations. Good start to the season. I like your get-up, and maybe I'll catch you. Maybe maybe we'll catch you. Nah, I got some shots I got to chip away at my score. I got a 112 last week.
A 112?
All right, guys. Well, that is Blair's breakdown from Paula. Thanks for tuning in. Again, no plans to do any more, but we'd like to. I'd like to. I know he would like to. Maybe you all would like to. Leave some comments. Make some noise. Maybe we'll do some more of these. But overall, it was an awesome day, and it was cool to see another kickoff to a season. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And you won't catch us at Hangtown, but round 2 from Hangtown is next week. It'll be a good one. See ya.